Hello everyone, welcome to another Fallout 76 video, and today we're back for another brewing recipe mission. And here we are once again to do Biv's daily missions to learn a new brewing recipe. Today, or yesterday, I got the Old Possum, and the mission is literally called Wasted on Old Possum. So, as usually, all you have to do is visit Biv after 24 hours of finishing your last mission. And yes, it's not when you start, it's when you finish. So take that into consideration when trying to get a new mission. So to start, it's the same procedure as every day. You need to go to Big Al's tattoo parlor and engage Biv. However, I'm not sure if you just have to talk to him and wait a while, or if you need to actually talk to him and then interact with the terminal there, because I've done this 2 days ago, and today I did it once again. I talked to Biv several times, nothing was happening, and then I interacted with the terminal just because, and the mission instantly popped for me. And it also happened in the other mission. I didn't add it to the video last time, but now I am. Just in case it helps you guys, I'm not sure if this is a bug or if it's a coincidence, but it certainly is very strange that it happened 2 times in a row, day after day. So if it happens another time, I think the terminal is related to getting the mission. But for now, I'm not sure. So as you can see, the mission I received is Wasted on Old Possum. And they literally give you the recipe at the very start, and the first step is to craft one drink, one Old Possum. It's on Piers. You have to click there in your crafting station, and as you can see, you need 4 ingredients to craft one. You need Aster, you need boiled water, Razorgrain, and wood. Pretty simple. Let's start gathering. So first I looked for a spot for Aster at the Philippi Battlefield Cemetery. There's a very good spot here to gather this type of flower. You only need 1 per Old Possum, but in here you can get around 12, especially if you use the perk that doubles your gathering when you are gathering flora. And as you can see, there is plenty in this simple location around the camps. There's usually some enemies around too, but they are relatively low level, so they shouldn't be an issue for you. And let's go to the next one. Then you will need some Razorgrain, and I found this place near my camp, which is called Sunday Brothers Cabin, and they have a little farm in the middle of some containers and like a working station. And they have pretty much everything you need for crafting drinks. They have Razorgrain, they have corn, they even have some corn, which is very useful to craft the cranberry relish, which gives you a 10% experience bonus during 1 entire hour. If you don't know how to craft it and you are interested, please check our guide. I'm posting the link up there for you. So in here you can find a Razorgrain, as you probably saw already, but you can also find plenty of wood in these piles here. There are 2 right at the entrance of the house. And there is 1 more behind the workshop house, just here. So it saves you a little time to search for wood elsewhere. Don't forget to pick up some dirty water from any water supply you can find, and then proceed to a cooking station to boil it and get some nice and healthy boiled water, because we will need it to craft the Old Possum. Then, after you get to cook or boil your water, you can go to your brewing station and start crafting. It's time to get some nice beer. And as you can see, you need 1 Aster, 2 boiled water, 2 Razorgrain, and 2 wood. And there you go, I have crafted my drink, and I receive a mission update, which will ask me to ferment the drink. And now it's time to let it age, either in the fermenter that you probably have in your base by now, or in your inventory. So it's up to you to choose where you want to let the Old Possum ferment and age. Now, I must warn you that this will take a while. I have checked my recordings and it took exactly 20 minutes for me to age. If you are wondering how to see it, it's the first bar in the item status called CND, and this bar will appear full at the very start and it will decrease as time goes by, and the full aging time for this drink is exactly 20 minutes in your inventory or in a fermenter. Now keep in mind that you don't have to do anything at all, you just have to leave the drink there. And over time, this bar that I just mentioned, the first one in the item stats, will decrease and decrease. And once it's done, it will become an Old Possum, as you just saw. The time is out and it transforms itself. Now for the mission, you need to pick it up from the fermenter. If it's already in your inventory, the mission will auto-update once the time is out. And once you have your Old Possum ready to go, it's time to return to Biv at the Tattoo Parlor. And all you have to do is go there, talk to him, and wait for the mission to be finished. It is that simple. And it might take a while as usual because Biv talks a little bit. And in my experience, it also can get bugged. So the first time you try to talk to him, he says something back, but nothing happens. So talk to him several times if your mission is not updating, even though you have just completed everything they asked you to do. So my second try here worked, and he did try the drink. And if you pay attention to what he's saying, he's actually talking about the Old Possum. So by then, you will know that you are on the right track. And that's it. A Wasted on Old Possum is now done. And we get to keep the recipe for ourselves. And as you can see, I did not get a new recipe because I already got one. I got one plan for my base, which I already own. And I also got one vintage tequila, which is helpful to craft the recipe I received yesterday. So if you are wondering how can you craft the thick blood tequila margarita, you can check my other guide where I show you where to go to farm all the necessary ingredients to craft it. Anyway, that's going to be all for today's video. The mission was rather short. At least it's shorter and quicker to do than the Tipsy Taste one, I feel like. And I would very much like to know what missions are you guys getting, because I've read many comments and it seems like there are several different missions, and I'm quite curious to know what recipes have you guys been receiving in these past 2-3 days. And yeah, I am Marta Brank. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video tomorrow. See you. Bye bye.